Hello everyone, welcome back. So, mid-January 24, still no modding tools, no map tools available officially. For sure we have the unofficial ones available, I'm not going to bother with that. But I also think it's time to start a new map series. And again, just like the last one, this will just be a uncommented map series where we will be playing through a map. And initial goal, just like the old one, even though I'm around 250,000 in population on that, the initial goal will be 100,000 well-established city. So let's call this episode 1. And this episode is of course just a introduction to what we are going to do and where we are going to build. So when I click around on the maps, as usual, there are a couple of things that really annoys me when I'm playing the game. Number one is rain. These maps where it's raining, it's like raining 80% of the time, so I won't play that. Then we have snow maps or minus maps, minus degrees. Also a problem. Unable to disable that. I would really love to disable rain and snow so I could play these maps. So instead what we're looking for is a map that has a sun and temperature. Like above 0 Celsius. So last time, the last series was this San Francisco map, and we ended up being unable to speed up the game or anything simply because it was struggling. And we had the rain issue. So today we're going to start a new map. I like the idea with the peninsulas, like this one, Sunshine Peninsula. Even the name, so we see sunshine between 11 and 27 degrees. So this will most likely be the map we're playing, because all other maps is just rain or minus degrees. And I just want to have fun, a good, relaxing experience playing the game. And that limits me to 3 maps: Barrier Island, Coral Ridges, and Sunshine Peninsula. One thing I noticed with Sunshine Peninsula is there's not so much fertile land, which seems weird. I haven't really tried this map before, but looking, I see there's a good opportunity for forestry, mining and oil as well. So if we compare that to the previous map, it was much less. So this is a upgrade in all these areas, which should be a huge benefit. Same with buildable area. Buildable area is increased. So I think this is what we're going to do. Just a random city name. Wallingford, sure. Left hand note, natural disaster off. Unlock all off. Unlimited money off. Disable tutorials, yes please, start the game. So, this series will be just like a chill stream series, or chill videos, so I'll be, again, just like now, playing the music in the background from Pretzel, and the channel I'm playing right now is called, let's see if I can get off the game, here we go. You can't see it of course, but I got Pretzel open now. I believe the channel we're playing, yes, it's called The Launch. So, one of my favorite channels, The Launch or The Elevator. But we can see we're going already. Nice map. One thing I'm missing from City Skylines 1, I could already click here now and I could see, I could get an idea of my city. I suspect the orange border is my current limit. So we already are starting at the city center. We only have, there's a ferry which looks promising, so we have ferry routes. I expect there to be plane routes as well. What do we have here? We have a train and a 2-lane highway. Good. I'm also missing the ability to check out resources initially. You can see it's grayed out. We need to actually build, which is a shame because initially I would like to know where should we start the city, really. So we don't want to start where we have to destroy everything. So one of the principles of the city building, when I'm doing it, is we keep everything, or as much as possible at least. Just like in real life, you just don't tear down a neighborhood because you realize, oh, actually, we want to have farms here instead. So we will start out with small housing, like usual, low density housing, and then we'll build up from there, and hopefully we'll keep it all the way. Clearly, each neighborhood is up for modernization eventually. We have some water, groundwater in here, which is nice, something to think about. The water flow out here goes down to the ocean, which is also really nice, which allows us to pump out sewage until we can clean it. Of course, there's no ground pollution yet, no air pollution, but the air direction is really important in terms of wind. So looking at this, considering wind and water, we want to start the city down here in this area, maybe at the foot of these hills. Have industry up towards this direction, mainly due to the wind direction, right? So we keep industry going up that way. Well, at least in the beginning, looking at it, it could actually be a very good area to build up here later. So let's see. No profit, super happy. All right, let's get this city going. So also, one thing I like to prepare already now is the highway. So considering the limit, that was a lag spike there, thank you very much. It's coming into the middle here. We'll probably have maybe a clover leaf down here eventually, leading up to the island, leading down, basically out to both islands, off ramps here and here. This highway, so this is actually quite steep, right? Yes, it's definitely steep up here. So somehow we need to get the highway up here, but we also want to get it out here. So I'm thinking the highway down, maybe through here and bridge across. This area seems better. It's lower, so we don't want to go through the hills unless we have to. So here we can actually build on top of the hill, bridge across. Cloverleaf up here, which makes perfect sense looking at this. There's a ship route going right here, right? So we can have a shipping area or similar. Cloverleaf here, tunnel under or bridge over the gap to these two islands. Motorway continuing up. Somewhere we need to find a way to either smoothen or tunnel our way up so we have a sensible way of getting up here. Same with the train. We can see the train is already put in partially for us. We'll probably delete this. But it makes perfect sense to guide the train around the rough area and bridge across here up to the shipping area. Up here or over here or here could be ideal for a airport. All right. I think I've decided we're going to start working on the road up this way. So let's initially get rid of this and start. So I'm just already starting with 2-lane roads. This tool, what's it called? Complex curve, parallel. Then we are simply going to ensure we have the right distance between the roads. It's less. That's not good. Let's keep it at 1, and then we can work on this later. Alright, so we want to end up here somewhere. So initially we go out, go this far out, that's too far, this far out, and like this. Straight. How far do we want to go? This. Yes. Then we can work on the ramp later. Good. Can we get rid of this? It does not appear so. So let's see if we can upgrade our way out of it. Straight from up here to here, connect. Yes. Doesn't look great, but eventually we'll upgrade this to highway. So initially we want some water and we want to get rid of the sewage. I think the sewage we can just pump out here. This one, something like that. As for water, we can actually pick up some water over here. So this is temporary, so we might as well just put up a water tower down here in this area. Good. And we want some electricity as well. So initially I found it super easy just to plug in a few wind turbines. We can always remove them later. I'm just looking for some numbers. You can see 1.4 megawatts. That's not really much. 0, 1.7 to 2.2. Up here is good. So let's just get a few of those in. Go underground. Connect them. Alright. So let's start our village down here. Maybe the water tower is in a... Let's keep it for now. Let's start the village right here. Let's start out traditionally with a square, normal roads, parallel to the border. That's not parallel to the border. The map border, of course. There we go. We need a way for people to get in. And it, of course, eventually we will update all of this for better on and off ramps. Initially we just need to get the town started. Didn't I connect? I did not. Ah, of course. There we go. This should only take sewage, water, and this one should of course only take sewage. There we go. Alright. Time to get this going, so let's just plop in some areas. And I know already this is going to be too expensive for everyone, so let's drop in some alleyways to make the building shorter, so I'm going to make them 3. Like this. This allows us for smaller buildings in the beginning really fast. I would also like to remove the intersections right now, but we don't have that unlocked yet, so we're just gonna leave it. As for industry, let's just get that going. Let's say off-site. Normal map. Or normal road. We don't need much in the beginning. Right? But we do need to have it connected. And of course this will also be upgraded to a better connection point at some point. Oh, made a mistake here. Let's fix that. Let's speed up. Let's get a few shops in. It's easier to do once the first buildings are up, because then I'm thinking like a shop here, just scattering them out, thinking about how do we see them in real life. Well, they're usually on a corner or something like that, so we can do something like that. We have a semi-main street down the center here. Requirements for residential going up again. Let's just limit that to 3. Let's make them 4 up here. 3 all the way down. 4 down here. Perfect. People are moving in. It's looking good. Got some industry up and running already. First unlock, perfect. So my first unlock I will spend on advanced road service. Always want to stay ahead of road problems. So all of these that is like lanes but not real roads, I will remove the crossing. If you can hear a cat in the background, that's my male cat. He's going crazy. He says it's like spring is coming. And yeah. Let's get a health clinic in a place where this road is definitely going to disappear eventually. The city area we'll upgrade, but I'm preparing to expand this road out, so I'm just going to see if I can place it right on the edge. I know the hospital or what's it called actually, medical clinic can be expanded. Something like that. And we have cemetery. We're going to wait with that. It's just too expensive at the moment, but we're going to need it eventually. Don't need it right now. Recycling, landfill, super useful, but we don't need to as long as we are connected to let's see, the outside world. Garbage trucks will come in and pick up the garbage. So while we're waiting for the city to grow a bit, I'm just gonna expand this road out, keeping an eye on the 90 degrees. Some cases would be sensible to do something like this. Go. More housing. Larger housing even. So down the middle here. Big shopping area. Now we are getting a medium density requirement. I'm not going to use that yet. We're going to stick with the low density until we got things moving. And if you hear a dog barking, that's the dog arguing with the cat, and now the cat is coming, complaining about the dog, I guess. There we go. Initial city up and running, looking good. So, thinking about this, I can't help think about this. I think what I want to do here for the road to have a more smooth curve up here is actually to soften this area entirely. It's just to connect that again. So using the terrain tool, slope it up to this height from down here. make it very wide, right? So normally we only need this amount for the road, but I'd like to add the same amount on the sides for either decoration or slopes later. So once we build the road and upgrade this to a highway, we can turn this into something a bit more nice, because up here we need the bridge to get this place. So highway walls along here, because we will have buildings on both sides leading up to this. Possibly traffic going under. Very nice. Let's call it an episode. And then the next episode will be without me talking, and we'll start working on expanding the city before moving out to the other areas. Maybe once in a while we'll do a catch-up, like a commentated catch-up every 10th episode or something like that, where we can talk about the things. Leave a comment if you have ideas or suggestions. I do read them, and I might actually take some of your suggestions and use them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.